I'm Craig Mulcahy, and I am the principal trombonist of the National Symphony Orchestra. I started in the orchestra in 2005 on second trombone, and in 2010 I won the audition for principal trombone. One of the great things about playing at the Kennedy Center is that you play for a wide variety of people: presidents, ambassadors, tourists, you name it, they come here. And they'll come here to either see the National Symphony or the Washington National Opera or other groups that come into the Kennedy Center, one of the three major theaters. I actually didn't start with the National Symphony. I started with the Kennedy Center Opera House Orchestra in 1999 after I won their principal trombone audition. And after spending 7 great years there, I was fortunate enough to win the second trombone audition with the National Symphony. I would say the hardest part of my job is maintaining a solid degree of flexibility. And its job covers so many things, from pops, very hard pops, to rock concerts, to very serious classical subscription concerts. And being able to bridge the styles week after week after week it's a fun challenge, but it's a difficult challenge. And it's one that, as I've been here now for 7 years, I've grown accustomed to, and it's one of the things I like about this job the most. It's good variety. Keeping myself in shape for this job is a challenge, and it's odd because you're playing a lot, so you sort of stay in good shape anyway. However, a lot of the basics can be ill attended to, so I will often take out the Arnold's book and read through a bunch of pages at home just to keep track of my basics and to make sure that nothing is going awry, and make sure that I'm on top of my game all the time. And just playing the job isn't enough for that. A couple of my musical highlights that I've had here have been with both orchestras. The first one was the first time I got to play Parsifal with the opera orchestra, and Placido Domingo was singing, and that was an incredible musical experience. He just blew me away. Just such an artist. Another Wagner opera that really made an impact on me was the Valkyrie, and I played bass trumpet for that, which was a fantastic challenge and a musical highlight that I don't know if I'll be able to match. Musically, the best part about my job is the fact that I get to play with such a fantastic section. And they're a very adaptable section. You can throw anything at them and they will do it with ease. They're fun to work with, great guys, and anything from Shostakovich 4 to Brahms 2, Mahler, Mozart, Wagner. It's such a great section to work with because we all are on the same page musically, and we all want to work hard together to achieve the best possible product. And it's just a lot of fun. It's the most gratifying part of this job. This horn, for me, it worked out really well when I started playing principal, because it was a more efficient horn than the previous Edwards that I had been playing, which I was using on second. It's a fantastic second horn, but it was a lot of work in principal. And once I started to realize the demands of this job and how long I wanted my career to last, this was a no-brainer. It made things a lot easier, and I didn't really have to sacrifice much when I switched over to it. It's a very flexible horn, and it does what I want it to do. I would say focus on the basics and solidify them. And don't take them for granted, because for me, once I started to get those, everything else started to fall into place. The music was easier to play. I feel like I could adapt to any circumstance better because the horn wasn't an obstacle. There was nothing there that I felt like was in my way. And I think that's one thing that students, undergraduates, like myself when I was there, took for granted. And it was hard to keep the patience with basics to create a solid foundation of good trombone playing. I would say that don't give up. It's easy to do with auditions because it's hard not to take failure personally. And I've had a fair amount of failure. In fact, auditioning for the NSO, I failed the first 3 times at principal trombone in that audition. And I stuck with it. And so that taught me a ton. It told me that if I don't give up, good things can happen. People can change their minds. It was a very, very good lesson. Regarding auditions themselves, one of the most important things to me was to be able to play the music, not just the notes on the page, but the actual music on the page consistently. Everybody has good days and bad days, but my goal was to have my bad days be better than everybody else's good days. And it didn't always work, but it was a great carrot in front of me. It was something I could always chase, And I kept on working harder and harder and harder, and I can't say that I was ever happy with any audition I've ever played, but I've been fairly satisfied with the results.